I'm just greasing my hair. Let me know when we're live.
We're actually live now.
Okay, I'll put on my face mask. Hi, everyone. It's Gavin Newsom here. I'm the dictator of Commuifornia. I'm so excited to announce that Commuifornia is now leading the nation in total coronavirus cases, and we're only third behind New York in overall deaths. If I only had the insight to my fellow communist Andrew Cuomo in New York to put infected elderly people back in nursing homes, we would be holding that #1 spot in overall mortalities, but that's hindsight is 2020. I'll save that one for the next pandemic. So today we're going to talk about and review all of my idiotic policies that have converted this once great state into a trash heap.
Cleaning up feces and needles and urine and trash.
Let's start out with my psychopathic aunt, Nancy Pelosi. She had this brilliant idea after receiving information that the coronavirus is highly transmissible. It's coming from China. She invited groups of people to come shop in the highly confined and poor ventilated shops in Chinatown at the end of February.
Everything is fine here. Come, because precautions have been taken. The city is on top of the situation.
Nancy, I'm so comforted knowing that you're third in line to be president of the United States of America. Good job, Nancy. So next up, I decided, as a dictator, we gotta shut down Commuifornia fast, hard, and early. We shut down all of not all of the businesses, just your small businesses. Your personal trainers, your fitness studios, gyms, hair salons, small restaurants. We shut you down. We left McDonald's open, 7-Eleven, Carl's Jr., all of the fast food joints, Target. But if you're a small business owner, we want you to be unemployed drinking alcohol. And if you have to kill yourself, well, go right ahead. It's Commuifornia. We're not going to stop you, but we will stop you if you're paddleboarding by yourself in the midst of a respiratory virus pandemic, okay? So we made sure that if we caught people paddleboarding by themselves in the middle of the ocean, it was highly televised. We pumped up the Facebook ads and YouTube ads to make sure that everyone knew about it. We didn't want you exercising, getting fresh air, getting sunlight during the midst of a pandemic. Those factors boost your immune system, and we want to lead the nation in cases, and that makes the president look bad, and that helps our whole plan here in Commuifornia. Our software engineers in Silicon Valley, not only are they helping to reshape the fabric of our entire society and pivot more to a neo-Marxist world, they've helped create an app to help you prevent stepping in fecal matter when you're in our once beautiful city of San Francisco. You no longer have to step in diarrhea. Just download the San Francisco Poop Avoidance app, and guess what? Well, you don't have to step in crap because you'll be notified that there's a big pile of diarrhea on the street. Now, if you live in Southern California, unfortunately, we don't have an app for you to avoid the used meth needles and heroin needles and all sorts of paraphernalia that our out-of-control homeless population have created for you, but I'm sure our wonderful software engineers who are reshaping America are working on that, and after they change the course of the election, they'll create an app for you in Southern California. So let's get back to some of my idiotic policies. Speaking of homeless, we know they're largely unaffected by the coronavirus, and because I like pissing away your tax dollars, I prepaid for 15,000 hotel rooms to get our homeless people out of fresh air. And we wanted them in small confined areas. We pre-bought all sorts of liquor, drugs, alcohol, tobacco, and condoms, you name it. It was a big summer of love fest for our homeless population. Even though I prepaid using your tax dollars for 15,000 rooms, only 38% of them were filled. Some of them were vandalized and trashed, but who cares? I didn't have to pay for it. Moving on, one of the next great decisions I made was to release sex offenders from prison early. Again, we know that inmates in the prison system are largely unaffected by the coronavirus. They're mostly asymptomatic. A lot of people that had it didn't even know they had it, which is a great reason and great excuse to let inmates out of prison early. Because if you're a Hollywood elite that depends on pedophilia for your sex rings, we need you to have, repeat sex offenders running around helping you get these innocent children into your sex ring. Yeah, that's how we do here in Commuifornia. So if you get caught, just don't kill yourself like Jeffrey Epstein did when he was on suicide watch, because that would not be good, okay? Okay, next up, let's talk about face masks. These are so effective. You see, after I made them mandatory in June, guess what happened 45 days later? later, we were having record cases and record deaths. 45 days later, it's amazing. So check this out. We implement face masks, deaths go up, cases go up. It's amazing. So you can see here in Commuifornia, there's direct correlations between our draconian hard lockdown measures and a reduction in cases and a reduction in deaths, and our face mask mandates and a reduction in cases and a reduction in deaths. Remember, we're leading the nation in overall cases, and we're not too far behind New York when it comes to overall deaths. So yeah, we're doing great stuff here. Now, last but not least, we did a lot for fighting climate change. You know, I did a lot in particular. So what I did was anytime there was a fire, I would just come after the fire. I would fly in my private jet, made sure I burn a ton of fossil fuel, ton of jet fuel, increased the greenhouse gases, and I would take a picture and I would post it to Instagram. That's how I fight climate change in Commuifornia. So again, just to summarize, we have a lot of idiotic policies. We have millions of people, at least 900,000 people that we know of that have, for some odd reason, left our once great state of Commuifornia to go to states where they have more freedom, like Idaho or Texas. But that's okay. I'll figure out some policies to tax the heck out of them as though they were living here. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks for putting up with my idiotic policies and my slick back hair. And remember, wash your hands and wear your face mask.
Today's show is brought to you by Myoscience, tools to help you optimize your sleep and support your mental well-being during today's really uncertain times. So Myo Relax and Calm is an amazing formula that I personally use every single night, sometimes up to 3 scoops. What's unique about this is it not only helps support a calm, relaxed state, but it also has electrolytes and nutrients that support whole body glucose metabolism, including myo-inositol, L-theanine, GABA, taurine, and magnesium. The forms of the nutrients here, like magnesium, bisglycinate, chelate, are bioavailable. The L-theanine is the patented sun theanine that has clinical research showing it's effective for helping to improve alpha waves and calm down neurologic states. But this is great for optimizing and supporting electrolyte balance and fostering deep restorative sleep. So you can take this in the post-exercise window to help bring down your nerves. You can take this before bed. I like to put it in a little like a wine glass as a mocktail. It's an alcohol-free way to unwind at night, but also support your body's key metabolic processes and electrolyte balance and foster deep restorative sleep. You can use the coupon code FUNNY at checkout over at myoscience.com. That's MYOXEIENCE.com. Thanks as always for tuning in. We'll catch you on a future episode down the road. Bye now.